Okay, so I wanted to talk about something that I think is kind of linked to this, how I see the world. And, it's crazy because we're all seeing, like, we all have these different processes. We're all processing everything completely individually. And, wherever, well, it wasn't us creating that, that we all have to be exactly the same. That was something different. But this is about us breaking free and becoming our individual selves and realize our own power, our own, like astral structure or something. That we are more than what we think we are just because we're so focused on our five senses. And that we, I had to think for a second, six senses, because I'm always the six senses. But it's actually the five in the three-dimensional world, right? Touch, smell, see, hear. What was the other one? Feel, taste. Yeah, and I've always thought that those were about like, because in a human body you can come and you can feel like sexual passion. You can feel all of these sensations that are very sensational, like just somebody rubbing down your arm just slowly, and all of the things you feel all over your whole body and stuff. We don't take time for that. That's the whole thing with this like Tinder sex stuff. It's just go slam it in and move on to the next one. And then people wonder, why do I feel so empty? Why do I feel so disconnected? Why do I feel so alone here? I was like, because you're playing part of the system. And but the realization that's going on of being more than what you've been thought to be, and to want to experience more, to want to feel more. Like, I left that empty sex stuff a few years ago. Like, I'm through with that kind of thing, You want something deeper. You want the deeper connection. You want to feel that real, true connection with another person. And this isn't what I was going to even talk about. I was talking about, because I was watching the Gaia channel this morning. That was the episode 10, so I was caught up again, season 3. And it's that guy that I talk about, Marcus DeSantis or something. But anyways, on Initiation, the show. And he's a channeler, but he could remember everything. I mean, the stuff that this guy can say, there's just no way that somebody made all this up. I mean, like, especially it aligns too much with the stuff that of my inner knowing. And so, other information that I was getting throughout my life didn't align. And when I questioned it, people would just be like, oh, you just got to trust it. You just got to have faith. It's like, yeah, but I got to believe in something to have faith in it, right? So, yeah, it never made sense to me. I could never understand this concept of religion and stuff. So, anyways, the thing about us being energy and realizing who and what we are right now, in the stuff he was talking about too, because he talks about how our the things that are happening right now completely align with the beginning of like human civilization back to the Atlantean times. And I always had a very deep connection to the Atlantean times. When I was a little kid, I wanted to go find Atlantis. I needed to get to the pyramids. I had this deep desire. I had to do this. And I would plan out my trips and stuff. And, the aliens were talking in my head. And, I mean, I didn't know who was talking at the time. Just the information they were talking about. But, I see aliens, ghosts, and all of it as intradimensional beings. So if I say aliens or whatever, ghosts or angels or whatever, to me it's all the same. So you can divide it up into how you want. But to me it's all the same. It's just where the resonance is and where they are in what incarnation, reincarnation cycle and stuff like that. But so, they were talking in my head and stuff. And I had this strong desire to get to Atlantis. And then there was a girl, I think she's a channeler. She might be an astrologist. I think she made her own website now when they were, I'm not sure. Anyways, her name is Jessica Del Mar, I think. And I think you can find her, but I think she's just channeling all the time because she calls the person a name, like, can't remember his name, but somebody says blah, 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 blah. You know, but she was talking a lot about Atlantis one time, so I was listening, and I don't know, maybe she talks about it all the time, but this I just happened to catch. And she was talking about how we are in this, it is like it's playing out again. We're completely across the timeline from it, and it's playing out. And she talks more about it. Like, you can go look her up if you're interested in that stuff, or if you have that same draw to like Atlantis and the pyramids and stuff. And so she was talking about, but then today when I was watching Initiation, he was talking about it as well, and he was talking about the different ages, in the Leo age and what happened. And that was when Atlantis started, began the battle to fight for its own rights. And anyways, you know, the civilizations, obviously, they got lost. I mean, all of the information, you know, was somehow cut off from us. Like, we had to start back over or something. Like, I think we're ahead of them in the time, but we're behind them in our sophistication, technology, knowledge, spirituality, and stuff, you know? So somehow it got flipped. And he talks about, you know, the mirror that I'm always talking about, the universal mirror and stuff. And he was saying that right now, what we should be paying attention, because we're going into the age of Aquarius, but what our experience will line up with the age of Leo, is what he's saying, because of how the timelines are structured. So, you know, I don't know. Because Leo was about fighting for independence, I think. And that is what we are going into. The age of Aquarius is freedom for human beings, and get to live in love and abundance, and get what was taken from us given back. And so it's the Jubilee. It's where we get everything back. It's where we no longer have to suffer. We get to have a new experience. And so the stuff that he was talking about with Atlantis and stuff like that, it's just, if you're interested in that stuff, it's just super, super interesting. And it definitely, for me, it's like he says stuff, and it's just like my inner knowing just knows. It doesn't question. Like, some of the stuff I hear, like some stuff I can hear and be just like, like signals are going off, like, what? Someone's trying to trick you here. Because, yeah, there's a lot of, right now, I feel like I have a hard time believing anything. Seriously, anything. I was just in the bathroom doing something, been doing laundry and stuff, and I was doing something, and it came through my head, you know, what we're told about something, and then it's something super basic, too, and I was just like, fuck, I don't believe it. I can't believe anything anymore. It's just so much lies and, you know, manipulation, and there's just everything is just built on this false reality. So you just can't believe anything. I mean, they told us that fluoride was good for our teeth, and it's you know, it's not good for you at all. It's poison, and it calcifies your pineal gland, which they know is very important for your soul, to have it not be you know, calcified. You need to be able to have it. It's a communication tool. And, you know, another thing I was thinking about this morning is, for people who don't think that there's communication, who have this unawareness that they don't understand that this is like a processor and you are bringing in information all the time. If you don't have an awareness that you are having communication all the time, then you are being tricked by your communicators. You know, like you're getting information, and if you don't have awareness of it, well, for one thing, if it's good information, you're not being grateful, you're not giving gratitude, and you're not appreciating the beings around you that are communicating and trying to help you move forward, which I believe gratitude is super important. But another thing is that you can be tricked by your information. You can start thinking something's coming from inside of you that isn't coming from inside of you. So that's where I said before, like about serial killers and stuff like that. You know, it's easy to trick people with information if they have no awareness of who and what they are, if they have no awareness of being a being, you know. So it's important for you to start trying to understand yourself, as far as I'm concerned. And I know it's very offensive to a lot of people that I say that the Bible isn't real, and this idea of God and angels and all of this three-dimensional cartoon life up in the sky, that offends people, I'm sure. You know, but there's going to be a lot of information that's coming out that's going to back up what I'm saying. I just know that. And when they confiscated all of the gold from the Vatican, which I heard it was like 600 plane loads of gold. There's so much resources, money, gold, all of this stuff for us to never have to go without ever again. You never have to go without. There's going to be people who have such a hard time wrapping their heads around that they're going to be insatiable. Like, I need more. It's going to run out. I need more. I got to put some aside. You know, that's where you got to break free. That is getting control of your own fears, you're getting control of your mind. You know, and this is what I've talked about. This is it's called something when you unbrainwash people. Like, they used to be a really big thing back in the 70s and 80s, I think. There was lots of people that were going into cults, supposedly. Who knows? Everything's so made up. Supposedly people were going into cults, and then they were coming out, and they had to be have their brain adjusted, you know, to get the programming out of it. And, you know, that's what you kind of got to be doing for yourself. You got to recognize, and you're going to recognize by feeling it, you know, but you got to get in touch with your feelings too. And that's where so many people are cut off from their feelings, and they're just told science. So they just have their heads on, you know, feelings and emotions and stuff is not something that they want to connect with. And it's important, because that's who you that's where you're going to find yourself, is in there somewhere, you know. And, you know, I can't tell you exactly where. I mean, there was a time in my life I felt like I had my soul barricaded behind walls and, you know, super protected. So yeah, I could not possibly tell you where you've got your soul inside you, but that's where you've got to find. It's your rescue mission to find where you've hidden yours, to try and survive this crazy world that we've been experiencing. But in the Vatican stuff, when they took all the gold, they also got the other books of the Bible. And, you know, from what I've always understood, Jesus, they've changed it into kind of being more literal, but he was doing the same thing as what I'm doing right here. It's all he was trying to do, was just tell people, hey, there's a different way. Reincarnation is real and that stuff. And if you start going in and you start reading it, only think of it from another perspective, you'll start getting the messages more clearly, I believe. But, you know, if your brain is real wrapped around, you know, all the stuff in the Bible, you're just going to have to unwrap it. And it's going to be hard. Like, people who have got all of their connection to that. But the good thing is like, if that's so real to you that that's all you can understand, that's all you can accept right now, it'll be there for you. You know, you will create that. That's how spectacular that you are as a being. You can create your own heaven when you die. You can have Jesus come and meet you. All of that stuff can happen. So if that is the only thing that makes sense to you, then hold on to it, you know. Live that truth. You don't have to be the same as me. I can put out there the information that I've been getting since I was little and listening, And, you know, I know that there's a lot of people who are out there who are, you know, just struggling to try and figure it out and don't understand at all. Their brain is just like a tornado happening right now of information, of lies, and trying to figure out the truth, emotions and stuff. So, you know, I'm sharing my truth with you so that you can try and find your truth. And I'm not saying you need to follow my truth. You know, I think that that's what we learned when Jesus came, to try and tell people, you know, that they just, he got used. And that's a lot of, like a lot of karmic energy to be attached to you. Most of it is really good for him, but you know, each person has their own individual thing. Like I know, I told you, like there was a couple of people who I met who were serious Bible people. Like, you know, it's the couple and they've studied it together very intensely for 30, 40 years. I don't remember, but they wanted me to join in, but I just needed to, you know, I had to have I guess an exorcism because of all the demons that have gotten inside of me through my tattoos. So yeah, everybody's got like their own ways of looking at life. So yeah, you can find somebody out there who aligns with you, or if you're a seeker of truth, then, you know, keep looking. There's a lot of people like me who are out there telling this truth, the connection, our real true history, and our connection to the aliens and, you know, all the spooky stuff, the ghosts and aliens out there that people are scared of. You know, there's a lot of us that are telling the truth about that. So anyways, you know, sorry if I offended you in any way about your religion, but yeah, I'm going to stick to the new age, crazy alien waiting for the mothership. So have a great day, and you know, just be true to you. Just, you know, be a seeker of truth. Look for your truth. Listen to your answers. Be open. Don't close yourself off, and get out of the freaking narrow-minded, you know, habitat world that was created. You know, start thinking for yourself. Okay, have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.